Okay, so now we are actually going to practice writing thesis statements now that you've learned the occasion, position, statement format. So what I did is I came up with 3 different prompts, and we are going to write a thesis statement for each one. All of these prompts are related to To Kill a Mockingbird because I know that you recently finished reading the book in your literature classes, and it's also one of my favorite books. And so can anyone read all 3 prompts aloud for me? Yes, Indu.
In To Kill a Mockingbird, what does the mockingbird symbolize and why? Is Atticus a good father or a bad father? Why or why not? Should schools teach To Kill a Mockingbird? Why or why not?
Okay, awesome, thank you. So we are going to start with the 3rd prompt, should schools teach To Kill a Mockingbird, why or why not? So remember, what's the first thing that you need to do before you write a thesis statement? Yes, Alyssa.
Read the prompt carefully.
And if you didn't read the prompt carefully, you might write a great essay, but it would be about the wrong prompt. And then, after you read the prompt carefully, you need to think of how many options you have for your response. So, how many options do you have for this question? Yes.
2 options.
And what are the 2 options?
Schools should teach To Kill a Mockingbird, or schools should not teach To Kill a Mockingbird.
Exactly. And then after you come up with the number of options and what they are, then you need to pick one of them. But sometimes it's a little tricky to pick just one because you might have good reasons for why both might be true. So what you can do is you can organize your thoughts in a T-chart. So you draw a T, which is why it's called a T-chart, and then you'd write yes and no. And then here you would write down the reasons why classrooms should teach To Kill a Mockingbird, and here you'd write down why they should not teach it. And then after you've done that, you can see which side is stronger, and then you can pick whichever one you believe in more. So now I want to know what you guys think. So please raise your hand if you think that schools should teach To Kill a Mockingbird. Oh, awesome. You guys all want schools to teach To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm glad you all like the book. So I wrote a thesis for that side as well. Would anyone like to read the thesis aloud? Yes, Alyssa.
I think schools should teach the book.
Okay, so there's a couple things that can be improved for this sentence. The first thing that I can think of is to remove where I wrote I think, because that makes you sound uncertain. Although your thesis is an opinion, everyone does know that, so the I think is a little unnecessary. But the next thing I think of is my thesis complex? And one way that you can make it complex is by making it an occasion position statement. So for this, is there an occasion in the sentence?
No.
And then is there a position?
Yes.
Yes. So can someone think of an occasion that could be used for this prompt? Yes.
Because To Kill a Mockingbird has a great writing, the schools should teach the book.
Okay, that's good. And then I think that our thesis might be a little stronger if we add 2 more reasons to the thesis. So can someone think of another reason why we should teach the book? Indu.
Since To Kill a Mockingbird teaches important themes, schools should teach the book.
Good. Alyssa, do you have another option for the occasion that you'd like to add?
Since Scout is a funny character, schools should teach the book.
That's good. Okay, so now that we made our thesis more elaborate and we actually have an occasion and a position, you can see that it's a lot more effective than just having, I think schools should teach the book. And now we'll be better able to convince other people to teach the book. Okay, so now I'm going to teach you a song to help you remember the order for the thesis statement. The first time I'll be singing it, and the second time you'll join me. We'll all write essays together once we know what comes first. That's the thesis starting word. Then comes the occasion. Last is the position. La la la. Make your voice be heard. So now everyone stand up. And you'll sing it with me. So I'll say 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you'll sing also. 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll all write essays together once we learn what comes first.